Hello, so today I'm going to talk to you about Saturn and Libra in the second house. If you have this placement, you're most likely a Virgo rising, and you tend to process the world in a very logical and critical way, especially yourself and your movement through this world. And these energies are going to be intensified through this placement. So, okay, your second house. The second house is the house of values and resources. This can be money, this can be land, this can be the tangible things you need to build, or it can be self-worth. It can be your own personal value. How much do you feel like you are worth? When you have this house in Libra energy, Libra is balancing, it is reflecting, it is needing a mirror to look at and appreciate. So for you, you find your self-worth, you find your sense of value, you think you are as worthy as you are able to get along with people, as you are able to compromise, as you are able to be attractive, as you are able to be a pleasing person to be around. And as someone who's very critical of the self, it's important for you to recognize how much you are worth before you start using someone as your inner mirror. Because the great thing is we do have an inner mirror, so we can balance off of our own energy. Yes, we have people on the outside who we can turn to and talk to and work things out with, but we could also do that with ourselves. And it's important for you to first know what kind of relationship you need in this mirror relationship before you start letting anybody have the job. Now, having Saturn in this energy, it kind of intensifies the lessons here. So Saturn energy, it is the disciplinarian. It tends to put pressure, and until we kind of harness and do what Saturn really wants us to do, wherever Saturn is, we feel restriction, we feel blocked, we feel inadequate, we feel like we're not worthy. And so having Saturn in the second house, there can be feelings of worth at play. There can be struggles to see how much you are actually worth as a human being, as a person, and you're worth just because you exist. You don't have to have qualities about you that make you worthy. You are just worthy because you are. And that's an important thing for you to learn in this lifetime, because Saturn here in the second house in Libra is going to make you feel like it's so hard to win people's approval, yet you need people's approval to be valuable. So it's so hard to find value in your life. You might have a lot of money problems because you don't think you're worth having that money in your life. Even if you don't realize that on a cognitive level, subconsciously, you could be blocking it because you don't think you are worth things. You don't think you're worth the good things, but you are. You really, really are. And you have such a beautiful ability to commit to things, and you have such a beautiful ability to bring value to a situation. Even though you don't see your value all the time, you have so much value because Saturn is such... When you breathe air and life into Saturn, it has so much strength and power that you want Saturn on your side. So if you have Saturn in your box of resources, that's a great thing to have. That's a great thing to bring to the table. And it makes you a very sturdy and stable partner. The thing is, though, are you going to recognize what you have to bring to the table? And are you going to stand up and say, no, I don't want you in my life if you're not good for me? Or are you going to give in and allow someone into your life who is not good for you? And by Virgo rising, Saturn and Libra second house people, my Virgo rising people, you have Pisces on the 7th house, and Pisces energy is a romantic force, and that 7th house is other people. So you have this tendency to form these relationships and want to save people. And then you have your value measured in how well you can bring goodness to people's lives. So if you find someone who is not really someone you can save, but rather just an energy vampire, that's going to manifest in your sense of worth, and it's going to make you feel bad. You might be spending a lot of money on your partner, and that's why you're having money problems, because you don't feel like you can draw that line. But you have to stand up for yourself, Saturn and Libra, second house people. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to commit to yourself, commit to your value. And committing things might be scary for you as well, because the second house is commitment. You might be afraid to actually commit to a relationship you really care about, because what if it doesn't work out? You might be sticking around with people who are not good for you because you think that at least I can maintain that. At least they're always going to be around. What if I have someone who's so good and I can't stand up? What if I can't measure up? What if I'm not good enough? And so you just don't let yourself experience that good before you even have the chance. And it's so important to let yourself experience that good. Give yourself the chance to show up, because you can. And as soon as you learn how to channel that Saturn energy, and Saturn energy, if you want to work with it, it's grounded in your root, and then it's like a string pulling you up. It lifts your spine up, spine straight, shoulders back. If you want to channel Saturn, get in that power pose and you will channel Saturn. So tap into that energy and bring that into the way you relate to people, the people you let into your life. And promise to give yourself what you are looking for. If you're looking for someone to stand by your side, stand by your side. If you're looking for help, support, if you're looking to give help, support, give that to yourself. Make sure your cup is full, because if your cup's not full, this huge purpose you have to help people, because you have this huge inner need to help people. You have a need to make people happy, please people, give them good things. But you can't do that if your cup's empty. You can do that. You can do great things doing that, but you have to have that cup full. So take a moment, pause, repair the cup, fill it up, and then let that light shine. Until next time, I'm Katie. If you want to work with me, I'll leave the info below, and I'll tell you later.